Jumbo, I had the pleasure and honor to visit the beautiful, thriving Nairobi, Kenya, located in East Africa. As a graduate student, it was important for me to be a part of this transformative learning experience to become a better student affairs professional. I immersed myself in the daily activities of the Kenyan culture by listening more and conversing less while simultaneously learning about their higher education system. The most intriguing aspect of the trip was visiting and learning about the campus cultures of the University of Nairobi and the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. The University of Nairobi has three major campuses in three different areas of Nairobi. As an inspiring student affairs professional, I concentrated on how the institutions interacted with their student populations. An interesting fact about the higher education system is the government determines which college a student attends based on their grades from high school. The Department of Student Welfare Authority, which governs student services at the University of Nairobi College of Education and External Studies campus in Kikuyu, was established in the 80s when students felt administration was not addressing their concerns. As I explored the hostels, also known as residence halls, I constantly compared the infrastructure to the residence halls at Western Carolina University. A major difference in the infrastructure was how there was no clear indication if student leaders lived on the hall with the residents. At Western Carolina University, all important rooms associated with the community are labeled for security and convenience purposes. At the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, I conversed with student leaders of the ISEC organization. ISEC is a French acronym meaning Association of International Studies Students in Science and Economics, and is a global, non-political, independent, not-for-profit student-led organization whose members are interested in world issues, leadership, and management. Nina, an ISEC member, stated, "The organization delivers leadership and spirit to the youth because the youth are leaders of now, not tomorrow." This statement impacted me the most because it changed my perspective on how I encourage my students to become leaders. My motto has always been building leaders of tomorrow, but it makes more sense to build them now for a better tomorrow. During my stay in Nairobi, I participated in some activities from teaching in the Nagan Township Primary School to negotiating prices in the local markets. Another impactful moment of my trip was interacting with the students from the Nagan School located on the outskirts of Nairobi. I met the humorous Monica and enchanting Danny and other students who spoke English and Swahili interchangeably while conversing with me about their lived experiences. At one moment, I had about 20 students surrounding me and I was teaching them steps from my childhood. We laughed at our mistakes and I asked them about their future goals. Most of the students wanted to be entertainers, and I continued to encourage them to be whoever they desired to be. Before I left, I continuously encouraged them to stay in school and to never give up on their aspirations and dreams. I also visited the Kibera slums, that is the largest urban slum in Africa, the tea farm plantation. I had a remarkable experience. I ate a full-course lunch, fed the monkeys in the forest, and learned about the importance of the trees and the difference between a tea plant, and a coffee plant. I also explored the Nairobi National Park on a 3-hour tour in a vehicle, and I saw zebras, giraffes, and other wildlife animals. I also attended the Catholic University Eastern Africa pageant show, which reminded me of my years as an undergraduate student attending an event on campus. I was so ecstatic to see all types of students from various countries in Africa participating in the pageant and representing their homeland. Due to the late start Kenya time of the pageant, my group decided to eat at the restaurant Carnivore, a beast of a feast. The food was amazing. I tried all types of meats from lamb to crocodile, an experience to remember. Lastly, I climbed 29 flights of elevator to the KICC helipad at the Kenyatta International Convention Center to experience the beautiful view of Nairobi, Kenya. This was by far my best and most rewarding experience of the trip. I am extremely scared of heights, but I faced my fear, and once on top of the helipad, the view was breathtaking while enjoying every picture I took. Another component of my trip was interviewing Kenyan women on their perception of African American women and what influenced their perceptions. I had the pleasure to interview 4 women who surprisingly had the same perception of African American women. Their perception derives from the news, television shows, and social media, which at times have a negative connotation of women of color. The common theme that occurred during the interviews were the Kenyan women thought African American women were strong and educated, but unappreciated by its society. As I reflected on my experiences, I realized I had so many questions unanswered. My learning objective for this trip was to experience Nairobi, Kenya in its authentic form. I wanted to see it for what it was, a nation that has its own identity and not the identity society portrays it to be. I watched how the people dressed, how they communicated with each other, how each person was an entrepreneur in their own way, and how in certain areas the community was dilapidated. I believe we struggle as people because we dilute how important it is to celebrate each other's uniqueness. Being a part of this trip sparked my drive to travel the world, to learn more about various cultures and traditions, so I can be the best professional in person I can be globally.